Many people think that the best way to escape war is to dwell upon its horrors and to imprint them vividly upon the minds of the younger generation. They flaunt the grisly photographs before their eyes. They fill their ears with tales of guns. They dilate upon the ineptitude of generals and admirals. They denounce the crime and insensate folly of human life. Now all this teaching ought to be very useful in preventing us from attacking or invading any other country.
My name is Jason Creed. I was born and raised in Regent Park, so I've been in Regent Park now for 38 years. I have been working at Pathways to Education in Regent Park for the last 10 years. So myself alone plays a large role in the community. I would consider myself to be a role model of the community, considering that I was born and raised here. So I've spent my whole life here. So I would consider myself to be a role model, historian, someone the youth can speak with, or speak with about what they're going through, considering that I myself went through it myself. I wasn't a straight elementary school, high school, post-secondary kind of person. I went to Neil McNeil. Now it was a Scarborough school. It's technically a Scarborough school because it's at Victoria Park and Kingston Road. So that was, oh, yo, you're from Regent. So at first, you got some cats that are, their parents have been in houses, so it's the roach joke or the whatever joke, right? But then it's also that you see that they want to be where you're from. Being 38, coming through here, I wasn't the straightest, I'm the total opposite of what I want my children to be, right? So I was the total opposite of what I want my children to be. I am now the person I would want my children to be. But being from Regent Park, for me, it was like steroids. Right, and I don't mean in a negative way. So in the negative spots, you'd go somewhere. As you can see, I look the way I look. I have a twin brother, so it's not like I can just hide. If I introduce myself to you once, you're gonna remember me because I have a unique skin condition. So I always look at it as that S on my chest, and I always say to myself too, is especially when I'm maneuvering around the bigger city of Toronto, if I made it through this, I can make it through anything. And I say that all the time, and that's what helps me. It's Regent that helps me actually get through my skin condition, and when people are looking at me like, whoa, I'm like, I've seen and done things that you probably wouldn't, you probably couldn't handle. So if this is all you're gonna woe me about, then that's nothing, man. My community accepts me, and my community has about what, 5,000 to 10,000 people. I do think Regent Park has a strong sense of community. A lot of it is the way we mobilize when we were hearing about revitalization. A lot of it is the way we've mobilized on many topics within the community. I think with the revitalization, though, comes a loss of community. For me, community is that thing where, if music is playing, everybody would come around, everyone would feel welcomed. I think that divide is going to start happening when we start having the mixed income. Some people won't feel like they're part of the community, and others may not want to be part of the community. Well, I would say some of the drastic changes. Well, we have the new aquatic center, which is a good thing. It started off kind of bumpy with the pay-as-you-swim kind of thing, but the city's worked that out. Daniel's Spectrum is a drastic change. So there's a lot of art programming now offered in the community, and people are now able to see plays, theater, dance, so I think that's a good thing. I also see that some of the way the construction was done was, to me, kind of backwards. I'm not a planning person by any means, but taking most majority of the parks out of the community, as we get close to summer, and that's not really great planning, considering that kids need a place to play. Right now we're kind of battling through that with the revitalization, and I guess when it's all said and done, maybe we can start building our community and seeing what our community is now going to look like with this mixed income plan that they have going on right now. in 20 years from now, we're gonna have a lot of Fortune 500 CEOs, very, very affluent lawyers in the community. We're gonna have people part of parliament. So one thing I could always say about that, and speaking with them over times and going through school with them, their number one thing is that their heart always belonged here. So like I was always saying, like how I said Regent Park was like an S on my chest, it gave me strength. It also gave them power. It also gave them a different kind of power, right? So they've always said, when I'm finished here, I'm always, when I finish and I get my job, I'm always gonna donate. And some of them say Pathways, some of them say Dixon Hall, right? And for some of them, I just say, just give of your time. Sit on a board, like myself, I sit on a board. Sit on a board, come back, mentor for an hour. So when a kid says, yo, I'm not gonna do nothing, I can't make it out here. Hey, I grew up right over there. I'm a lawyer right now. And these are the stories that these youth need to hear. These are the stories that are gonna make them, not everybody can touch LeBron James. So we have to stop having people dream about all these things and start bringing some people in the community, from the community that went through these schools and show them that, hey, this is real. You can do it, right? So I think that's the greatest thing about it is that, yeah, we graduate kids and send them to university, but they have that social justice piece still in them. They have that piece as, yo, I got here because someone gave to me, so they're always willing to pay it forward and give back, right? So I think at the end of the day, I've always said, I would have not rather grow up any other place but this place. The good, bad, and ugly has taught me a lot. The same snake outside trying to sell you a fake bus ticket for $2, it's no different than the snake trying to take your job in a boardroom. We are known as a notorious neighborhood. But if you were to do a research paper and see how many people have made it out of this community, you would see that we have more people who have made it out of this community that haven't made it out of this community.